Welcome to the neighborhood.
Yes, thank you.
Can you talk to me a little bit about where do migrants fit into this facility? I know there are like 100 plus migrant families in the YMCA nearby. The city has that new program to incorporate traditional homeless with migrants. Will they be part of this shelter?
Well, it's a one shelter system. The whole purpose of the one shelter system was to ensure that we are treating every single human being with dignity. This is something that really speaks to the values of the people of Chicago. We took a crisis that was international and global, both with homelessness as well as global population shift. We have managed that crisis, and then we have built an entire system around it. But the good news is we didn't start in August of 2022. Alderwoman Hatton and, of course, this fine organization have been working hard over time to address the homelessness crisis that has been unfortunately pervasive across the globe. I have a conversation and a meeting with Mayor Karen Bass tomorrow to discuss our one shelter initiative, along with other matters that pertain to providing real dignity for individuals who need housing. So it's a one shelter system. That's exactly what it is. That's what the people of Chicago have required and asked of me, and that's what we have delivered with our DFSS commissioner and our Department of Housing commissioner.
So there will be migrants here?
Yes.
Craig, go ahead.
You talked about, or there was talk about 5 shelters. What's the timeline for that?
Yeah, I'm going to turn over to my chief homelessness officer of DFSS or housing. We have a 5-year plan, of course, that we are working through, but Commissioner Castaneda.
So for the other shelters, so part of the money went to the Haven, which was with the Chicago Department of Public Health, and so we broke ground on that earlier this year. And for the other shelters, they have 4 out of 5 have gone through ZBA, and will be getting ready to begin levels of work. They're at various stages. Some have already done acquisition, some plan on doing acquisition early next year, and so we plan on the next 18 months or so to have the rest of the shelters finished.
Thank you.
Question over here.
Hi, I'm curious whether...
What's your name?
My name's Sylvan. I'm with the Chicago Tribune.
Hey, thank you for being here.
There will be, thank you, a term limit on the number of days an individual could stay here, and if they could be asked to leave without a connection to permanent housing.
So there is no expiration date. The one shelter system, as by design, is to help people transition into permanent housing. As Commissioner Kanazi has articulated, this is just one step along the journey of complete healing.
So just to add to the comments, we have 154 apartments. So some of the people will go from here directly to apartments. They will then, once they get even more stable, move into their own housing. We help them get Social Security, we help them get unemployment, we help them find jobs, we provide them a CTA pass so they can get to all of those things. So this is really a wraparound situation. This is not a one-off, stay one night and we throw you out and you're homeless again.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, I'm Suzanne Henny of Streetwise. Nice to meet you. My question is, as I mentioned, 1,000 units of housing within this next 5 years. Can you say any of the other neighborhoods or nonprofits that will be doing this work in other shelters? Can you?
So the other shelters that we're working on will support, so it's Franciscan Outreach. We also will be working with Unity Partners, La Casa Norte, and Commissioner, what's the fourth one? Cornerstone.
And what neighborhoods are these going to be?
There are different neighborhoods across the city where they're able to, one, we had to get zoning approval, as the commissioner stated, and then shelter acquisition. And so purchasing the property and then doing the redevelopment and any construction necessary.
So are they in their original neighborhoods, or can they buy old
It depends.
hotels in other neighborhoods?
Some are able to stay in their neighborhoods if they can find the property, and some locations are going to other communities where they can find the appropriate shelter. A lot of it is, when you think about it, the grants we received are only for services. services. And so this is the very first time for the city of Chicago that we actually have infrastructure dollars to actually focus on converting shelters, making sure that we have accessibility, that we can actually expand. So some of it is improving the kitchens, our case management service area, just places to make it more welcoming, inviting, and to expand the types of services we're able to offer.
Thank you for those questions.